Okay, we're back. As you saw in the last one, this was on, but the taper pin that goes in the shaft, I suppose I can hold this. The taper pin that goes in the shaft was stuck in there, so I had to drill it out. And you can see shavings everywhere, so I'll have to get a new one of those. And I got some nice little spacers here. I can find the rest of it here. Not too worn inside for its age, considering this is a very old 92. The oldest 92 in the world, apparently. There. There's the clutch. Okay. Now, set this on spot. Let's see. That only goes on there one way, doesn't it? Oops. Da, 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 da. Okay, so let's slide this crankshaft out. Excuse me. And you guys will get the first look at it. Okay. That's out of paint. Oh yeah. I remember what I was going to do with that now. Okay. Oh yeah. That's nice and disgusting. That'll clean up. Carbon all over the crankshaft. Nice line down the center. That's not a scratch, it's just a line of debris. Probably need a new keyway. One's a little destroyed. So, we can take this screw out now. Let's dust a little of this off. It's dusty. I wonder if spraying stuff in that hole will actually leak down into the bearing at all. I don't see much of an... There's not much of a groove in that bearing, or bushing. There's one. Swoops around in there. Comes around there. There's no hole even. And it swoops around up there too. Let me get a... I actually have. There's a reason why I bought that light. Where is it? Should be in here. My new cylinder hone. Finally got a cylinder hone. Because I need to hone things. Isn't that a hoot? I can't find my light. Why? Anyway. Moving on. So, eventually, I'll have to get this bushing out of here. Here's the felt washer, which is destroyed because I heated it up a little bit. It melted away. And one, okay, let's get this off. I need a little brush. Can't find a little brush. Just get a big brush then. You guys can see that. Alrighty. That's a little rusty. Those are some pretty rusted on bolts. Nevertheless, there's nothing left in that. squirt. Who knows how much that'll help me stay. 7/16. Could use my impact, but I don't want to snap these off. Okay. What's the deal here? It's not 1/2 inch. I guess it is 1/2 inch. They're just so worn away. You know what? Let me try a metric sock. See if I can get it to be a little tighter on there. We don't want to ruin that. These bolts. That's still loose. 13mm. Down to 12. That's perfect. Persuasion. There it goes. So there's a tip for you guys. If you ever have a bolt that's rusted smaller than it... See, now it won't fit on that one. That's rusted smaller than, say, standard. Then pull out your good old metric sockets. Stick them on there. Because likely enough, just like you just saw, that metric socket fits onto these bolts here very well. Yet it does not fit onto this one up here because this one is in good enough shape that it doesn't need it. And I always like to use 6-point sockets. There's another thing. It'll help. It's easier on your bolts to use 6-point sockets than it is to use 12. Just grabs onto them a bit better. Keeps you from stripping out your heads. Okay. That wasn't even on there. I didn't need to do that, but I did anyway. Yeah. That's lovely. And so is that. But now we got a block. And let's turn around. I'm going to see if it'll fit in my vise. So I can squish out that bushing. Since I do not have access to a press, should I push it this way? Yeah, I should. Oops. Ooh, that's not too pretty. Hang on a minute. It'll fit. Could hurt something in there if I'm not careful. Anyway, I'll press that out myself later. Obviously, it'll take some time. For now, that's the... Oh, we'll do the magneto next. But that's the next part. Running out of time on this one. So, thank you for watching my tripod folded up. That's cool.